is hiding. Hi, ladies. I just want to thank Lori for giving me this opportunity. And I just want to thank you all.
One more.
I'm so inspired by watching you here. And it's surprising to me how quickly I forget the position I was in and what a challenge it was. And I just want to honor each and every one of you right now and just tell you that I respect you and I just cherish each and every one of you because I'm going to get emotional too. I'm winky, just playing Millie. So I'll just go ahead and start so we can get done quickly. So you guys can get to shopping because that's important. So 7 years ago, around 7 years ago, I dialed 3 numbers that I never thought I was going to have to dial. And as a result of that, police came into my home and took my then husband away and charged him with battery. And I was all alone. I had 3 kids, 1 with special needs, 2 in diapers. They were babies. And I had no job. And I was terrified how I was going to feed my children. I literally had like $500 in the bank, nothing. And I was alone and I was afraid. And God brought me a job, like that week, a job. And it paid most of my bills and gave us health insurance, but I was afraid I was going to have to turn it down because I didn't have somebody to watch my babies. Then God brought me somebody to watch my babies, and she accepted what I could afford, which was amazing, as I'm sure you guys know. The time after that is just kind of a blur for me. A blur of tears, fevers, diapers, lots of diapers, bills I wasn't sure I was going to be able to pay. It was the hardest time of my life. But through it all, God was there, right? I thought after a couple years of this, I became like this rock and nothing could faze me. I was unflappable. Give me a dilemma, I'll solve it. Nothing's gonna faze me, nothing's gonna bother me. But it wasn't true. I was always afraid. I was always uncertain. I never knew what step to take next. The only thing I knew is that God was my rock. And each of you has a rock here today, and we want you to take it home with you and use it as a reminder, not only to breathe, because that's important. What's truly important and enables you to breathe is God. He is the rock. Isaiah 51:1 says, "Listen to me, you who pursue righteousness." We're all pursuing righteousness, right? Like, I don't know about you, but I haven't gotten there yet. Like, I still have single mom PTSD. I stand in line at the grocery store and I'm still afraid that my card is going to get declined. Like, 'cause that's happened. Who's had that happen? Who's been in the line at the grocery store? Yeah. Who's gotten a call from their babysitter saying, "I can't give your kids a bath because the water's been shut off"? Nobody? I had that happen like twice. Sorry, the electric, okay. All right. Who's gotten to 10 days before Christmas and wasn't sure how they were going to buy Christmas presents for their kids? Yeah, me too. Me too. So God says, for those of us who are seeking righteousness but aren't there yet, He says, "Listen to me, you who pursue righteousness and who seek the Lord. Look to the rock from which you were cut and to the quarry from which you were hewn." So, yes, ladies, breathe. But remember, the reason you can breathe is because you have Him. And no matter what world is falling around, down on your shoulders, He is going to get you out of it. And I take great comfort in the fact that the same God who I cry to when I'm rocking a feverish child at night, and I gotta get through that night, and the next day at work, that God listened and answered my prayers. That God brought me a bonus right before Christmas. I think it was 5 days before Christmas that allowed me to buy Christmas presents. The same God who I cried to because I felt like I had no other friend except Ben and Jerry. You guys have him? Him and him? My husband says these are his competition. I cried to God that I had no other friend, and He sent me a friend just in time. Isaiah 51:3 says, "The Lord will surely comfort Zion and will look with compassion on all her ruins. He will make her deserts like Eden, her wastelands like the garden of the Lord." Single motherhood for me felt like a wasteland, okay? But God made it a garden of the Lord. And through it all, He refined a faith in me that is now unshakable. So look to God, look to the rock, breathe, and thank you.